How y'all doing?
Good,
Hey,
Chris. How
good.
are you?
Good. I'm doing fine. How are y'all?
Good. Hey, how'd you think the O-line held up against Iowa State? Obviously, you guys really had to kind of shuffle some pieces around. You're playing center, and you got some freshmen playing. It's kind of a tough situation, but what was kind of the sense of how everything went after the fact?
I think the young pups we had step up did play phenomenally. I think we held together extremely well. There's a chance to come back and win that game, as everybody saw, and I think everybody held their own and did their jobs to the best of their ability.
How much experience did you have at center leading up to that start?
In a game, no, that was my first snap. But during practice, I practiced center because I always had the mentality of being able to play any position that my coach needed me to play. So I've always practiced it, but that was my first time actually playing in a game, a Big 12 game.
Had you played it in high school or anything?
Not at all.
So that's a different experience. What'd you find out about playing that position?
I like it. It was fun. It's you have a lot of people looking to you for answers and just kind of leading it, and I have no problem doing that. And I was pleased to do it for my team, and I felt comfortable, and I felt like I knew what I was supposed to be doing and the calls I was supposed to make, and I made them.
Hey, Chris, on Jalen's rushing touchdown, I think you were out of the game just at that point, but the interior of the offensive line was true freshman, redshirt freshman. I guess what does that say to you? What does that tell you about Kansas football and about those young guys?
The threshold for those kids is out of this world, man. Those kids are going to be really special, and I can't wait to see them blossom into the things that they can do. And I was really proud of the way they handled it, the way they attacked it, and just watching them get so excited on the touchdown and everything. I mean, it's like a father moment watching your kids, do some crazy good stuff, and you're just so happy for them. And I was really pleased with it.
What do you like about Garrett Jones?
Garrett Jones, he's a special kid, man. He's going to be really good. He's going to be a great leader. He's kind of stepping in that role, trying to learn how to figure that out, and he's accepting the challenge as best as I've seen anybody do. He's very intelligent, and I can't wait to see him do some of the great things I know he can do.
And then you had Armage right next to you for a lot of that game. What'd you see from your right guard there?
Armage is a huge kid. Armage is a huge kid, man, and I mean that kid's going to be really special. Like, mark my words, that kid's going to be really good. And you can watch the tape. He did really good. He held his own. Um, I'm telling you, that kid's going to maul some kids. He's a really good talent, very aggressive, very smart, and just willing to learn. That's what I love about Armage. He loves to learn. He loves to listen. He loves to take instruction and just improve on his game. And that's what I like to see by him.
Okay, obviously, it's not ideal to be without Api and Adagio, but you were just talking about Garrett and Armaggi. Like, how beneficial could this end up being for them playing in these games during the heat of a game?
I get you. It's great, because everybody needs snap, whether that's in practice or in a game. And I mean, those guys get as much practice snap as I do, and that's what we're kind of taking pride in, having everybody ready whenever their name is called, whenever their numbers got to get pulled, and they held their own. I mean, you seen the tape; they did great, and they didn't let me down. They didn't let anybody down. They did an amazing job.
Chris, you kind of came in and out a couple times. You were battling on Saturday. How you feeling?
Good. I feel great. Ready to attack this week.
Hey, Chris, you go up against Marcus Harris and Dejon Terry in practice every day. What's the biggest difference that you've seen from them in comparison to last year?
I mean, they're getting older, getting stronger, a lot stronger. And those guys, their motors are amazing. They're both transforming in ways that I couldn't even imagine. They're very explosive, very strong, very technique-driven. They listen to Coach Drake's instructions like tooth and nail. I mean, it's just they're taking every little note that you can give them and adding it to their bags, and they're going to be really special kids.
And they talked about this brotherly connection they have as being roommates together. Is that a bond that you can see on the field?
Definitely. Those kids, they about have their own language. I mean, they communicate in ways I've never seen people communicate before. It's like they almost can read each other's thoughts and stuff like that. Just they move together well. They communicate well, and man, they're always together. Usually one you see the other, but they're some really good kids, and they're really good together.
Kind of along those same lines, this group of freshmen and redshirt freshmen, do you see a good bond among that group?
I do. I mean, you see it. They're hanging out. They're always communicating, laughing, and joking, and eating together. And you love to see it, and you encourage it because that's what builds great foundations. And those kids, they're getting it started.
Hey, Chris, you've been around Malik, and this year he's in a really tough situation, obviously, going from guard, playing a new position that's – I mean, it might be the most challenging offensive line position. Mentally, how have you kind of seen him hold up and deal with, obviously some of the successes, but also, some of the things that haven't gone so well?
Malik's a tough kid. He can handle any challenge you put in his face. He's going to take it head on, and he's going to accept anything that he does right and anything that he does wrong. And I love that about him. He's going to accept any challenge. He's ready for any challenge. He welcomes a challenge. And I've been impressed with what he has done. So I love it, and I love what he's done with the team and what he's done at that position.
Chris, Tuesday is a non-football day. What is your message to your teammates during this election season about being responsible citizens?
About being responsible citizens, I always just tell them, hey, follow your heart, be educated in decisions you make. Just don't be, drones. Don't let somebody else put thoughts into your head. Do your own research and just follow your heart. I've always told people that. You can never be mad or upset by following your heart and listening to what your own instincts are telling you based off the research that you've collected and just questions that you've asked. And that's why I tell them, hey, be informed. I always tell them that, be informed.
Do you have a sense of go ahead, Scott.
Oh, okay. I've heard that Coach Miles can be hard on his O-line unit. That's, obviously he's got a background there. How active is he with you guys? And I guess how much do you hear from him with what you guys are doing?
He's as active as he can be, and we love it. We encourage the coaching, whether it's coming from Coach Meadows or Coach Miles, and we love it. I mean, he's very detail-oriented. He comes in, he'll stop it if he sees something, he'll speak on it, we'll get it corrected, and we welcome him. I mean, as a offensive lineman myself, it's kind of great having a head coach and a position coach kind of coaching you up, seeing little things. Oh, he saw this thing, you're correcting, getting better. And it's just the best way to improve as fast as possible.
Hey, Chris, do you have a sense of how many guys are going to, take advantage of tomorrow and get out and vote? And obviously not everybody's from Kansas, so
right.
There's some other ways to go about it. But maybe do you have a sense of how many guys are taking advantage of this?
My goal is to have everybody take advantage of it. We've been encouraging and trying to help everybody get registered, whether they're doing absentee ballots and stuff like that, and just kind of encouraging everybody to vote and just make their own informed decisions, because we feel like voting is extremely important here, and we've really been talking about getting in front of the guys because a lot of them had no idea how to do it, how to get registered, just anything around that stuff. So we felt it was really important just to educate those guys on the matter, what they're voting, what that vote means, that their votes do matter, stuff like that, and just helping them get along with it and just kind of encouraging everybody to vote. So we'll be excited for the turnout.
Which one of your teammates would you say, hypothetically, is most likely to be a U.S. president?
That's a great question. I mean, I don't know if this is selfish to say, but I would throw my hat in the ring. But if I had to take myself out of it, then I'd either say Jalen Daniels or Thomas McVitie. Those seem like good presidential guys to me. They're both dynamic, good leaders, very communicative, and just follow their hearts. I really do appreciate that from them.
Anything else for Chris? All right.